losers of 2 in a row. Good evening and welcome. I'm Rob Brooks along with Mark Nolan. And Mark, this is a game where it's going to be a lot of fun because we're going to get to see some youth. Linn-Mar comes in with Jason Bohannon, one of the kids you've been hearing about for years. Finally gets to his sophomore season, and we'll see a lot of shots going up tonight.
Some super sophomores here in Marion tonight. Jason Bohannon right there. He's averaging 14 points a game, and he's the leader of this Linn-Mar squad. They're really scrappy. For Kennedy, they've got a couple of super softs themselves.
They sure do, and you look at what Ryan Keel and Ben Lamack have been able to do. They can put points on the board as well.
Absolutely. Keel, the leading scorer in the metro area at 19 points a game. Lamack also coming in at 13 points a game, also about 8 rebounds. So should be a real dogfight here in the Linn-Mar gym tonight. Looking forward to an excellent matchup. We're going to stay right here for the tip-off. And this is the second game of our boy-girl doubleheader here on Friday night. And I think this is just going to be an outstanding game. And some fine young talent here in the metro area on display tonight.
Well, I have not had a chance to see Linn-Mar this year, and I've heard a lot about them. They've been ranked as high as number 3 in the state. Lost a couple of tough games, played very well up at Waterloo East right before the holidays and got knocked off by the Trojans. And then last Tuesday night, surprised over on the west side by the Jefferson Jayhawks. And they've got a lot of good young players under Stuart Ordman as well.
The Cougars run this double post with Lamack and Keel very effectively.
It's Zimmerman, Lamack, Keel, Thomas, and Patterson starting 5. And Keel, averaging 19 a game, starts the Cougars off strong.
You can see why he's averaging 19. He went right to the hoop on that shot.
Now, Kennedy has been about 500 the last couple of years, but have decided to have a little bit of a youth movement, as we mentioned in the open. Lamack, a sophomore, Keel, a sophomore. Lamack averaging just under 13 a game, and as we mentioned, Keel at 19. Outside, a three-pointer is up and long by Patterson, and here come the Linn-Mar Lions. This is Bohannon. Austin Palm, one of the top assist leaders in the metro area. Good move on the inside. Jay Hake.
Hake with an excellent pause move there.
Hard on the baseline for the Cougars. Great pass inside, and the finish by Lamack.
Lamack has such good hands. Took that dish from Keel and just finger rolled it in. Makes it look easy. And he's just a sophomore.
Also averages 9.5 boards per contest. Bohannon being hawked out there by Patterson, so he's got a tough assignment. As Bohannon, the 6'2 sophomore. On the inside, too strong off the glass by Hake. And the ball out of bounds. It will stay in the possession of Linn-Mar. Inside, freeing himself up. First hoop by Jason Bohannon.
Lost his man there. Great play by Linn-Mar.
Works very hard without the basketball, averaging 14.3. Has a high game of 30 this season. Locke working hard on the inside. Whistle underneath after the missed jump shot, and it will be Linn-Mar basketball.
Foul number 53, Ben Lamack, his first.
So Lamack will pick up his first foul on the evening. Austin Palm inside, big move by Andy Kemple, and the rebound taken down by Lamack. A couple of big bruisers on the inside, going to pound on each other all night. Mark, Ben Lamack, and also Andy Kemple.
Oh, great insertion pass by Lamack to Keel.
Ryan now with 4. thing about Bob Fontana's teams is that they are always very fundamentally sound. Pass the ball well. Don't make a lot of mistakes. Hempel on the inside off the glass. So Bohannon, Hempel, and Haight all with the basket. Drop-off pass, and going up is Keel, and a whistle underneath. And he is fouled, and he'll get a couple of shots.
Good job by Keel, though. That was really a loose ball, but he just kind of managed to look like he had control of it and appeared to be in the act of shooting. He'll go to the line and get 2.
So Ryan Keel averaging 19 points a game. Also just under 8 rebounds per contest. And Travis Nelson comes in for Linn-Mar. One thing about the Linn-Mar team, you want to talk about depth. They have got players that they'll run in, and there'll be no drop off at all. Nelson is 6'9".
If anything, that may be a challenge for Linn-Mar because there's only one basketball. And a lot of guys, a lot of talent.
Nick Schmidt comes in for the Kennedy Cougars. Bob Fontana getting some clarification over there at the scorers table. There's a good look at the Kennedy head coach. Nick Schmidt actually reported. Now the head coach of the Lions, Mark Hutchinson, gets a clarification as well. Assisted there by Jeff Rubis.
Get a technical.
Yeah, it's going to be whether or not Nick Schmidt reported and came onto the floor, and it will be Bohannon at the line.
The technical foul is on Nick Schmidt. At the line shooting the technical, Jason Bohannon.
So Bohannon will get 2 after missing the first.
Schmidt's first, Kennedy's second.
Second throw good, it knots it up at 7.
You can see the Linn-Mar students there. Stand throughout the game. Pretty excited around here about what this basketball team has the capability of doing. Pass inside is knocked out of bounds as Hempel tried to find Travis Nelson. And Ryan Keel back into the game for the Cougars. Inside going toward the basket is Haight. And now into the hands of the Cougars. James Morgan on the inside. And the ball is dug up by Linn-Mar, but stepping out of bounds is Bohannon.
In the game, the Cougars, 22, Mark Patterson.
Patterson back in for the Cougars as Nick Schmidt sits down. And a whistle. And another foul on Linn-Mar. That'll be a grab on Jason Bohannon. That'll be his second and the team's second. So Bohannon picks up 2 early fouls here midway through the first quarter. On the inside and a whistle. Good tough move down the lane by Ben Lamach, and he will come to the free throw line.
Great quickness for a young man of his size. Also, we talked about those good hands. He can handle the ball in the lane.
with 3. He gets 1 out of 2, and Kemple digs it up. 6'7" junior. Here's Austin Palm. Jason Bohannon deep in the corner. Bohannon now with 6. Linn-Mar grabs the lead by 2. Heel tries to post up, but he's got 6'9" Travis Nelson on him. Inside, Linn-Mar gets his own rebound. Nice pump fake. Can't finish and will come to the line. Good tough work on the inside by Ben Linn-Mar.
Foul number 45, Andy Kemple, his second, team's 4th. At the line,
Andy Kemple will pick up his second and the team's 4th. So Bohannon with 2 fouls and Kemple also with 2.
In the game for Lions, number 50, Mark Anderson.
Linn-Mar now with 4.
Took his time on that free throw. He was strong off the iron on his second attempt last night. He's back in a routine now.
Hammers that one home. And Ben now with 5. So Keel has 5. Mock also has 5. That's the 10 points for the Cougars. Linn-Mar's spread it around a little bit. Bohannon with 6. Kemple with a bucket, and Hake for the basket. And the crowd doesn't like that call, and it will be Kennedy basketball. And there's a steal. The quick hands of Austin Palm. Puts it up. No basket. Steps. Great steal by Austin Palm, and Mark Hutchinson doesn't agree with that call. Court pressure on by the Lions. Mock brings it up the court. There's a 6'6", bringing it into the front court. James Morgan tries to post up, calling for the basketball. Good passing by the Cougars. A spin move in the lane, and the jump shot goes for Trukina. Chris Trukina gets his first basket. So Kennedy has gone deep into the bench, and there's Bohannon. Smooth jumper from 17.
Inside and outside, he's got it all.
Just elevates very, very well. Great extension. And a whistle away from the ball. And a push will be called on Linn-Mar. Not at 12, 128. They go in the first. Anderson will pick up his first. Already marked 5 team fouls on the Lions. Inside, Linn-Mar works hard and off the glass and into the hands of Mike Harris, and here comes the Lions, and the layup is good by Clark Anderson. Linn-Mar ran the floor very, very well, and the Cougars try to get it right back, and they turn it over. Austin Palm ahead. Bohannon. Dug up by Harris. Cougars fight for the rebound, but it's stolen, and a foul will be called on Clark Anderson, who thought he stripped the ball away from Kennedy. So that'll be his second.
And 16 fouls already. You just talked about that. The next one will be one in the bonus for the Cougars the rest of the half.
And already, Mark, Bohannon with 2, Kemple with 2, and Anderson with 2. Good flurry there by Linn-Mar, and they have a 2-point lead. Inside, a lot of pressure on the Cougars by the Lions. Austin Palm running the show, one of the top assist men in the metro area, averaging 4.3. Good passing on the inside by Linn-Mar. That's a trademark of this team. The interior passing has been very, very well all season long. Nelson on the inside gets his first basket. 5 players have now scored for Linn-Mar.
Great baseline turnaround there.
And the ball is swatted away. Kennedy had 3 looks at it at the end of the quarter. Big push by the Lions, and they go up 16-12. We'll be back to Linn-Mar after this.
Have it here or have it there. Happy Joe's is made to share. Good times to be together. Happy Joe's. Please, 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 please.
With tender, all-white chicken breast that's baked, not fried, Happy Joe's new chicken cravers make good times to be together even better.
Good times to be together. Happy Joe's.
I live in Cedar Falls.
I'm from a small town.
I want a bazillion
minutes.
I want to talk to you.
I want a phone that lets me talk constantly.
Oh, she likes to talk.
Right now from Iowa Wireless, get 1,000 minutes to use whenever, wherever for just $39.95. That's 1,000 anytime nationwide minutes with free roaming and free long distance for only $39.95.
iWireless.
iWireless.
Iowa Wireless. We hear you.
Back at the Linn-Mar Gymnasium, Mark Nolan along with Rob Brooks. And the host Lions on top of the Kennedy Cougars, 16-12. 46% from the field were the Lions in the first quarter compared to just 28% for the Cougars. 4 out of 14 for Kennedy, 6 out of 13 for the Lions. And there's a quick turnover by the Lions. Inside to Keel, and it's off his foot and out of bounds. Excuse me, Nick Erdman. So just the Cougars' second turnover of the game. Linn-Mar so far has 3. Second game of a boy-girl doubleheader here on Friday night in Marion.
Foul number 33, Kyle Rockmeyer, his first, team's third.
It's a foul on Kyle Rockmeyer, his first personal. 3rd team foul for Kennedy. 6 team fouls for Linn-Mar. Their next foul will put Kennedy in 1 in the bonus.
It's going to be key, Mark, I think, for the Kennedy Cougars to really kind of slow down the pace of this game. They like to play at a little bit slower pace than the Lions are playing at, and that's going to help a lot. There's a big rebound taken down by Lamack. Kennedy had just 2 players score in the first quarter. Lamack with 5 and Keel with 5. Jump shot put up by Keel into the hands of Lamack. And what a horse he has been on the inside. He gets this one to go, and he'll come to the line to try to complete the 3-point play.
Foul number 50, Mark Anderson, his third, team 7.
So Anderson picks up his 3rd personal.
Number 23, Jason Mohanan, number 20, Derek Biggins.
As Linn-Mar makes some changes, Derek Mickens comes in. And Ben completes the 3-point play. He now has 8 points here in the first half. Kennedy pulls to within 1. Mickens will attempt a jump shot right inside the arc and digging it up. Mickens going hard after the ball and then off the glass, can't get it to go. But Hannah works hard as well, and Mickens just all over the basketball.
He doesn't travel.
Good work by Linn-Mar to keep the ball alive. Mickens hands it off to Hannah. He goes off the glass. And a whistle is blown. And coming to the line will be Rob Hannah.
Number 32, James Morgan, his first team score. At the line, shooting 2, number 10, Rob
James
Hannah.
Morgan will pick up his first personal. At the line, the 6'1" senior Rob Hannah. Jay Haight back in for Linn-Mar. And Mike Harris will get a breather. Six players now have scored for the 4-2 Linn-Mar Lions. After reeling off 4 straight victories, 1 loss to Waterloo East, last game in December, and first game in January, lost at Jefferson. And quickly, Bob Fontana wants to call timeout. Didn't like what he saw on that possession for the Kennedy Cougars. A 30-second timeout taken. Didn't like it. Want to thank our sponsors all season long on our high school basketball game of the week. Here they are. Is presented by Happy Joe's Pizza. Great times to be together. Iowa Wireless. A.G. Edwards. Ahern Plumbing and Heating. Caldwell Banker Hedges. Susie Brooks, Realtor. Open Court. And by Mediacom. Kennedy basketball. See if the timeout taken by Bob Fontana works to the Cougars' advantage. Kennedy comes into this game at 3-2. Coming off a tough loss last Tuesday night. Hands at Clinton, a very good basketball team this season. Here's Hannah for the Lions in the lane. Count the basket and he's fouled.
Strong drive to the bucket there by Hannah.
I'll tell you, this Linn-Mar team, Mark, can really spread it around when it comes to the scoring category. Biggest lead of the night for the Lions at 20-15. And the offensive rebound taken down by Travis Nelson. You can bring 6'9" and 6'5" off the bench. You're in pretty good shape. And Travis Nelson gets his second basket. He now has 4.
How about that turnaround? Was that smooth?
Pretty. Linn-Mar opens that lead to 7. Approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Shot is blocked on the inside. Keel comes up with it, but stepped out of bounds.
Nelson got a piece of that just as it left the fingertips of Ben Lamack.
As we mentioned, the strength inside of the Linn-Mar team as Bob Fontana looks on. Anderson at 6'5", Nelson at 6'9", Kemple at 6'7". Pretty good front line for high school. College would be a pretty good front line. And there's Andy Kemple making a strong move on the inside. Andy now with 4.
Mars made their last 3 field goals attempt in a row.
Keel in the lane now with 7. Nice turnaround jump shot by the sophomore Ryan Keel. Sitting back in that zone. There's a baseline move and a foul. So Rob Hannah getting active here in the second quarter on the offensive end. Will come to the free throw line to shoot a couple.
His second, team 6. At the line, shooting 2, number 10, Rob Hannah.
Now Kennedy with 16 fouls. This will be a 2-shot foul, but everything from here out for the Lions will be one of the bonus.
So Hannah now with 5. Rebound taken down by Keel. Eight-point lead to the Lions. Very active on the 2-3 zone, and Bohannon has been on the bench for those 2 fouls for most of the quarter. Linn-Mar on the march after the great defense. Spin move inside off the glass. Jay Haight.
10-point margin now, and the Cougars want a timeout.
Bob Fontana has sensed this since the end of the first period, that the pace has been to the Lions' advantage. We'll be back to Linn-Mar after this.
Have it here or have it there. Happy Joe's is made to share. Good times to be together. Happy Joe's. Please, 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 please.
With tender, all-white chicken breast that's baked, not fried, Happy Joe's new chicken cravers make good times to be together even better.
Good times to be together. Happy Joe's.
Hey, Rob, what do you think about your mother being in the real estate?
Well, I tell you what, every time I talk to her, she tells me how much she's enjoying it and having a good time, and we've always prided ourselves on doing the right thing, and she's doing that for her clients.
And she takes a very personal interest in each and every client. So, why don't you take our advice and see Susie Brooks about your real estate needs? Susie Brooks at 721-4448.
Rob Brooks and Mark Nolan back at the Linn-Mar Gymnasium. The Lions on a run here in the second quarter. Sprint out to a 27-17 lead. And they've really spread it around at the offensive end. Spurred many times by the excellent defense, and there it is again. Palm gets it ahead. Hake in the lane, kicks it out. Palm fires a 3. Cougar basketball.
It's their second 3-point attempt. They were 1 for 1 on Bohannon's only other previous 3-point attempt. 19 field goal attempts from inside the 3-point line. So Linn-Mar goes to their bread and butter, which is inside.
And Jason getting a long rest. There's the 3rd straight turnover. Palm tries to find Hannah, knocked out of bounds by Linn-Mar. Probably getting a rest over there with his 2 fouls. Good inbounds play, but unable to come up with the ball is Jay Haight. And the Cougars try to end a long dry spell. As that Linn-Mar 2-3 zone is really pressuring the inside.
Intense defense here. This zone has got Kennedy figured out.
Cougars trying to move the ball, but not getting a lot of opportunities to slip it inside. Mack tries to drive the lane. He goes up, and a whistle on the inside, and he is fouled. And Ben will come to the free throw line.
Kennedy needs some outside shooting here. They're just packing it in on him in this zone. They've got nobody to answer from the outside. And Linn-Mar is really dominating here.
9 points now as Mike Harris comes back in for Linn-Mar. Ben now with 10 points. Only 2 players have scored for the Cougars. Mack with 10 and Keel with 7. Pickens eyes a three. Short. Hannah. Rebound taken down by the Cougars. So Kennedy once again will swing the ball around and try to get the ball inside. Good things have happened when this guy's had the ball. And he throws it away. Palm to Hannah. Lamach with the rebound. Inside a minute left in the first half. Linn-Mar led by 4 at the end of 1. Extended that lead to 8 and led by as many as 12. And Kennedy with just 5 points here in the quarter. The Lions work it for 1. Here's Palm. Under 10. Slips it inside and a whistle. Nice play run by the Linn-Mar Lions. Nelson will come to the free throw line.
Pickens set a nice screen right there on the side of the lane. That freed up Nelson, who took the dish. Put up the field goal attempt. He was fouled. Got to convert there.
Nelson averaging 8 points a game. Evan Heckert comes in for Kennedy. Nelson buries 1 out of 2, and he has 5. Cougars lose it inside the lane. The three-pointer would have gone, and that will do it for the first half. Great second quarter by the Linn-Mar Lions, and they lead at the half 28-19. We'll be back to Linn-Mar after this.
Happy Joe's is made to share. Good times to be together. Happy Joe's. Please, 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 please.
With tender, all-white chicken breast that's baked, not fried, Happy Joe's new chicken cravers make good times to be together even better.
Good times to be together. Happy Joe's.
I live in Cedar Falls.
I'm from a small town.
I want a bazillion
minutes.
I want to talk to you.
I want a phone that lets me talk constantly.
Oh, she likes to talk.
Right now from Iowa Wireless, get 1,000 minutes to use whenever, wherever for just $39.95. That's 1,000 anytime nationwide minutes with free roaming and free long distance for only $39.95.
iWireless.
iWireless.
Iowa Wireless. We hear you.
Welcome back to Linn-Mar. At the half, it's the Lions 28 and the Cougars 19. Let's take a look at the Happy Joe's first half highlights. Kennedy really got off to a great start. There's 2 from Ryan Keel. He ended up with 7 in the first half. And a three-pointer by Jason Bohan, who had 8 early points and then got into a little bit of foul trouble. But the Cougars come right back. Turkina with a jump shot and a nice spin move by Jay Hake on the inside. And Linn-Mar really got on a roll in the second quarter to extend that lead to 9. There's a look at the first half statistics. Field goal percentage, Linn-Mar, very good job at 46. Kennedy, as we mentioned, has struggled a little bit. Not many three-pointers taken on either side. Rebounds pretty even. And the turnovers, Kennedy did get into a little bit of a problem there where they turned it in the second quarter. Great performance here at halftime by the Linn-Mar cheerleaders. Let's join them right now.
chicken breast that's baked, not fried. Happy Joe's new Chicken Cravers make good times to be together even better.
Good times to be together. Happy Joe's.
It's time to lace them up and bring your best game to Open Court. Sign up now and play unlimited basketball for just $20 a month. Noon games, night games, weekends, anytime, just $20. So go get your friends and sign up now. Open Court is also signing up fall leagues and fall court rentals. Call to reserve your spot today. Want more? Right now, full facility memberships are as low as $25 a month. Get the gym, cardio, strength, aerobics, racquetball, and more. Open Court on Blair's Ferry, where sports and fitness meet.
Getting set for third quarter action. It's been the Linn-Mar Lions trying to break a two-game losing streak. None of the students on hand here. Good atmosphere in the gymnasium.
This place is rocking tonight.
Sure is. Packed.
Cold winter nights, cabin fever, everybody's out at the ball game.
You gotta get out. There's no doubt about that. Cougars with the basketball. Only 2 players scored in the first half. Lamac with 10 and Keel with 7. There's a jump shot that is long by Thomas. And it is Linn-Mar basketball. So where Kennedy's only had 2 players score, Linn-Mar has had 6. And very balanced attack. Bohannon with 8 leads the way. Anna with 5, Nelson with 5, Kemple and Jay Hake with 4 apiece. Linn-Mar is just content to sit back in that 2-3 zone and pack it in.
Until Kennedy shows them that they got somebody to shoot a jump shot, they're going to stay right in that zone.
The one there by Harris, that was about the first. I mean, how many 3-pointers have they attempted? Maybe 2 or 3 the entire night.
As soon as they get it into Keel or Lamac, the Linn-Mar zone defense just collapses on them. They get the double or triple team, and those big bodies, there's nowhere for them to put it up.
And nobody right now for Kennedy scares you from the outside, so they can continue to trap on the inside, not have to worry about the recovery. Great rebound on the inside. Skying for it is James Morgan. Great work on the inside. Morgan, a 6'3" senior. Hake on the baseline does not get the roll. Rebound taken down by Morgan.
Good strong move by Hake, though. Good look and post up.
Mack isn't knocked away, but does get it off to Patterson. Kennedy doing a good job moving the ball in the lane. Lamac from 14. Gets his first basket, and now with 12.
That slices into that Lion lead. It's only 5-point spread now.
Just like that. A couple of big Cougar baskets here to start the third quarter. They're right back in it. So key for Kennedy to start quickly. Great feed inside. Hake can't finish. Lost control of the ball. And the Cougars look to make that run 6-0 here to start the quarter. Good feed inside, and Ryan Keel will come to the line. Lamac with the pass, and Keel, the leading scorer for the Cougars, will go to the line.
Lamac almost too unselfish there. He had an open look. Instead, he chose to pass to his teammate. Couldn't convert, but he will get 2 tries from the charity stripe.
That's something that Kennedy really does a great job with, that high-low feed. And they've got 2 big horses to work with in there. Keel now with 8.
There's that 6-0 run you were talking about, Rob.
Yep, so nice start here in the third quarter for the Kennedy Cougars. And Linn-Mar wants to talk it over. Cougars pull to within 3.
I live in Cedar Falls.
I'm from a small town.
I want a bazillion
minutes.
I want to talk to you.
I want a phone that lets me talk constantly.
Oh, she likes to talk.
Right now from Iowa Wireless, get 1,000 minutes to use whenever, wherever for just $39.95. That's 1,000 anytime nationwide minutes with free roaming and free long distance for only $39.95.
iWireless.
iWireless.
Iowa Wireless. We hear you.
Miss it, miss it.
Home is where the hoop is. With ESPN Full Court, you'll get the most out of the second half of the college basketball season. Order now.
So Linn-Mar basketball, as the Lions have yet to score here in the third quarter. Good pressure on Bohannon. Oh, can't stop that.
Stop and pop on from the baseline. Fade away.
And just excellent elevation as well.
That's pretty.
Great first step.
A good look at that.
Jason Bohannon now into double figures with 10.
That's a big bucket for Linn-Mar, too, as Kennedy had cut the lead to just 3.
Three-point attempt is off the mark by Patterson, but the long rebound is dug up by the Cougars. Work the ball inside again, and this pass is knocked away and finally stolen by Jason Bohannon. Feeds it inside to Hannah, and the Lions will set things up. In that man-to-man defense as Patterson has the tough assignment on Bohannon. Hannah misses the runner, and here come the Cougars. Bohannon, he's got numbers, feeds it inside. The layup is missed by Palm, but the follow-up, Nelson couldn't get it to go either, and the Cougars are back. So Kennedy dodges a bullet there and gets it back. Linn-Mar stays in that zone, but they're very active to get on the shooters. Inside, Keel gets it to go. They make that Mark Patterson. Patterson gets his first basket, averaging 5.3.
And just a 3-point lead.
Inside, Nelson, out the basket. Good work on the inside by Travis Nelson. Got the ball in excellent position. And Travis now is 7. Keel picks up his first. That's the team's first of the second half. Nick Schmidt comes in for Kennedy. Nelson now with 8, and Mickens returns to the lineup, replacing Rob Hannah, who sits down with 5 points. Linn-Mar extends that lead to 6. Three-pointer is short by Morgan, and the Lions run. Whistle inside as Nelson had the ball knocked away by Schmidt, but Nick will pick up the foul.
Kennedy now 0 for 6 on 3-point attempts for the game.
Here's Bohannon against Schmidt. to go one-on-one. Pulls from just inside the three-point line. Jason Bohannon with 12 points. It's a bad feeling when you guard him one-on-one in a clear out.
And he was all over it.
Oh, yeah. There's just nothing you can do. I remember those type of guys. There's a follow-up shot by the Cougars and a push away from the ball on the inside.
Look at this defense.
Just a straight clear out. There's the ball right over Schmidt. And not only was he making tough shots, he's not missing any either. It's not like he's shooting the ball. You know, maybe he's 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6 from the floor. So Kennedy, who started so strong here in the third quarter, now Linn-Mar goes on a run. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will be to the Cougars. At the 5:14 mark, Kennedy had that 6-0 run. And now Linn-Mar has reeled off some points and extended that lead. After Kennedy had cut it to 3 at 28-25. Basketball as Mark Hutchinson looks on, trying to get his 5th win of the season. Pickens on the drive, and a whistle and a blocking foul will be called on the Cougars. That will go on Mark Patterson. That'll be his first. Thomas comes back in the lineup for Schmidt. Change for Kennedy. And Travis Nelson on the inside gets another basket and into double figures at 10, 2 over his average.
7-0 run here by the Lions. They're back up by 10 after Kennedy had cut it to just a 3-point deficit. The Cougars got to get something happening here.
It was 28-25, and it's been all Linn-Mar since. And this zone has
got him baffled.
Yeah, and it's made Kennedy very, very patient, not getting a ton of looks at the basket, but there is a nice jump shot on the baseline by Mark Patterson. He's got a couple of hoops here in the third quarter and 4 for the ball game.
That's a big bucket by the Cougars.
Schmidt now still on Bohannon. You know you're a marked man when they're guarding you out at the 40-foot mark. Here he goes, one-on-one, gets into the lane easily, and a whistle.
Nick Schmidt.
That'll be his third. Be the team's 4th, and Bohannon at the free throw line.
Lions 6 out of 10 from the charity stripe so far tonight, 60%. Cougars 82% free throw shooting. That's allowed them to stay as close as they have.
Ryan Keel back in for the Cougars. Schmidt will take a breather. Textbook form. Hannon now at 14. Under 20 to go in the third. Inside, Ryan Keel makes himself useful. Back in the game, now has 11. 7 at the half. And a push will be called.
Mark Patterson got his money's worth on that one.
It'll be his second. Team's 5th foul, so ball possession for the Lions. Here's Palm against Thomas. Bohannon for 3. You know things are going well. At the buzzer, gives Linn-Mar a big push into the fourth quarter, and an 11-point lead. Bohannon with 17. We'll be back to Linn-Mar after this.
Have it here or have it there. Happy Joe's is made to share. Good times to be together. Happy Joe's. Please, 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 please.
With tender, all-white chicken breast that's baked, not fried, Happy Joe's new chicken cravers make good times to be together even better.
Good times to be together. Happy Joe's.
Hey, Rob, what do you think about your mother being in the real estate?
Well, I'll tell you what, every time I talk to her, she tells me how much she's enjoying it and having a good time, and we've always prided ourselves on doing the right thing, and she's doing that for her clients.
And she takes a very personal interest in each and every client. So why don't you take our advice and see Susie Brooks about your real estate needs? Susie Brooks at 721-4448.
Linn-Mar basketball to start the fourth quarter, and what a run in the last 6 minutes by the Lions. And a whistle. We'll get Kennedy for a foul. Mock will pick up his third. And the next one will be one and the bonus for the Lions. Mickens to trigger it in. Inside, Anderson. Nice ball fake. And Clark gets his second basket.
Linn-Mar continued their good shooting from the field. 47% through three periods. 16 out of 34. Kennedy, on the other hand, 11 out of 36. 0 for 7 from the three-point line. 30% from the field through three.
Posting up inside, here's Nelson. Mickens gets it. Can't finish, but goes after his own rebound and almost takes it away from Thomas, who gets it down court. Defense collapses and forces up a tough shot, but the rebound is taken and put in by the Kennedy Cougars. Morgan gets his second basket. He now has 4, and the Cougars take timeout. 30-second timeout, but much more production now offensively, Mark, from the Kennedy standpoint, and at least getting Patterson and Morgan going here in the second half.
Still, it's been Lamack and Keel, the two Cougars in double figures. Lamack with 12, leading Kennedy. Keel right there with 11. But you're right, they need to get more players involved, because when either Lamack or Keel's getting a breather on the bench, the Cougars offense just goes to sleep. It's non-existent. They really key off that double post, and they need them both in the game, or Kennedy's just very frustrated.
Yeah, or some sort of outside threat.
Right.
And Patterson and Morgan have at least been able to make some mid-range jump shots. But what a performance in the second half, and mainly the third quarter, by Jason Bohannon. 7 points in the quarter. He now has 17 overall. Travis Nelson got a job off the bench with 10 points of his own. And a whistle before the shot, and a hold will be called on the Cougars.
To send some happy birthday wishes out to a member of our MediaCom crew, Wendy Medina. Happy birthday from the rest of us.
Wonderful.
There she is. I think she just turned 19.
Well, I thought it was at least 20.
Maybe.
No more than that, though. Well, happy birthday, Wendy. Enjoy having her around for many, many years. Ball knocked away and out of bounds. Here's Austin Palm, leading assist man for the Lions. Big post up underneath by Kemple. They get him the ball. Makes a move on the baseline. Beautiful move by Andy Kempel. It's his first bucket in the second half. These post players for Linn-Mar have just done an exceptional job tonight when you look at Kempel and Anderson and Nelson combined for 20 points.
They're very well coached. You can see how they just, when they get the ball, they just explode to the hoop.
They sure do. They catch it on the block. There's no hesitation. They know right what to do with it. A lot of good ball fakes. As Hannah runs this one down. And here's Bohannon. Kempel comes toward the ball, posting up. Hannah on the drive. Hangs in the air and finishes. Hannah gets his first basket of the second half. He now has 7.
Good penetration in the lane, then the jump stop. Got his man in the air, put it up, and good.
Linn-Mar team's got a lot of weapons. Inside, nice move by Ryan Keel. Kennedy continues to be patient, and the ball is thrown away on the Linn-Mar end. Well, Mark, we've talked about what a great job that Linn-Mar postmen do of being able to make a move on the inside, and you see right there the catch and finish by Andy Kempel.
Tough to defend that. You can put the rock up that quickly.
And you're 6'7", 245. Very good footwork from the big men on the Linn-Mar side as well. They know how to post, get into position, call for the ball. There's a whistle, and Lamak will come to the free throw line with just 2 points here in the second half. Andy Kempel in the air. Will be his 4th. And Nelson comes back in the Lion lineup.
Also in the Lions, number 1, Mike Harris.
Palm sits down. Mike Harris back in as well. Anderson gets a blow. Here's Bohannon. Inside, Kempel has it blocked from behind, but it's dug up and put in by Travis Nelson. He's in the right place at the right time, and Travis now has 12. And the Cougars want to take timeout. This is a full timeout. We'll step aside as well. Linn-Mar in control at 50-36.
Have it here or have it there. Happy Joe's is made to share. Good times to be together. Happy Joe's. Please, 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 please.
With tender, all-white chicken breast that's baked, not fried, Happy Joe's new chicken cravers make good times to be together even better.
Good times to be together. Happy Joe's.
The high school basketball game of the week is presented by Happy Joe's Pizza. Great times to be together. Iowa Wireless. A.G. Edwards. Ahern Plumbing and Heating. Caldwell Banker Hedges. Susie Brooks, Realtor. Open Court. And by Mediacom. And Mark, as we saw the sequence of trophies there, Reminds you of that 1983 championship, state championship by the Linn-Mar Lions. And this team, if not this year, a couple years to come.
It looked pretty solid this year, Rob.
Yeah, and a lot of youth though. It's a lot of things go into getting to that state championship game. Even more than excellent players.
This team looks like it's just going to get better and better all season.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the fans got to be thinking, yeah, it could be state title #2 in the future. Hanna now with 9. Really like the way that Rob Hanna has performed tonight. Very active around the basket. Made some great moves to the hoop. Three-pointer right through by Mark Patterson. Patterson with 7 points here in the second half.
The first tray of the game for the Cougars after going 0 for 7 in the first 3 periods.
Bohannon easily to the hoop, and he'll come to the line to try to complete the 3-point play.
There's that 3 ball by Mark Patterson. Swish. Keel picks up his 3rd foul on knifing Jason Bohannon. He's just got a lot of ways to put the rock in the jar.
Well, as I've watched him tonight, as he's going for his 20th point, and he gets it. Here's a guy who has 20 that probably could easily have about 35 right now if he wanted to. I mean, there isn't anybody that I've seen that can shut him down. He's gotten to the basket easy, and a lot of his moves, anybody around can stop him.
Hey, he's not what you would call a gunner. I mean, he's not a selfish player at all. He's just...
No. That's what I'm saying. He could easily probably just take the ball.
Shoot 10 more times,
yeah.
And you're right.
And he might. There's still 2:31 left. But this is a team that has really spread it around nicely in this ball game. As Lamont makes the first free throw. And credit Ben's performance tonight. Got the Cougars off to a great start. He has 14. And 6 players have scored for Linn-Mar.
So just about out of reach here. Under 2.5 to go. Lions up by 15.
This was a 3-point game at one time in the 3rd. Hanna with the tip. Right back up by Nelson. And here's a kid averaging 8 points a game with 14 tonight off the bench. Lamont with a wild shot, and Nelson clears the boards. Hanna, no numbers, takes it in anyway and will come to the line.
Foul number 32, James Morgan, his 3rd, team's 9th.
James Morgan picks up his 2nd.
Mark Hutchison realizes this one's in hand, and got some fresh faces coming in for the Lions.
Jay Hake will come back in. Also Mike Harris. Austin Palm. New faces, but a couple of them starters. Ball knocked out of bounds by the Lions. Ben Bannon will come in, 6-foot senior. There's Mark Hutchinson. He get his team to 5-2. And here's the turnover. Bohannon loses control of it on the spin move and might have tweaked his ankle just a bit. He's got that left one heavily taped. On the inside, a foul. Keel will come to the line. That'll be a personal foul on Jay. His 3rd.
Ryan Keel.
So Keel will get a couple. And the top sophomores around Eastern Iowa. Pitching 19 a game.
In the game, the Cougars,
The Cougars will get some new faces in here Nick Schmidt back in. Heel gets 1 out of 2. And Evan Heckert will come in as well. So Ryan Keel will sit down. And Linn-Mar will sit down, both with 14 points.
Kennedy just never really got in the flow tonight. Linn-Mar just kind of stymied him. That zone that Kennedy had no answer, and Linn-Mar's really been in control of this game really from the start.
Olmsted misses a 3-pointer. Kennedy did make that run at the start of the third. Pulled to within 28-25 at the 5:14 mark, and then it was all Linn-Mar from there. And a whistle inside as Albee is stripped and will come to the free throw line.
Foul number 40, Jay Hake, his fourth.
Jay Hake will pick up his 4th, and Mark Gladson comes in. As Hake will sit down for the Lions. And a push on the inside by Olmsted.
Gladson ever taken any change from you on the golf course, Ron?
Well, he sure could. I'm not that dumb to play him.
You're not giving him any strokes, huh?
Boy, he's given me a bunch.
He's quite a golfer.
Well, yeah, one of the best in the country, right, in his age group. And not a bad basketball player either. The starting point guard on the sophomore team a year ago. I talked to him before the season. He says it's going to be tough to get a jersey on this team and even dress for games. And it's been a fight for that with this team.
22 players on the roster. They dressed 15 tonight, but 22 players on the varsity roster.
And pretty good ones at that.
Here's a good look at Mark Gladson. You might be seeing this face on the PGA Tour someday.
I wouldn't bet against it.
There he is. Extremely talented young golfer.
And a great kid as well, and he gets a point against the Cougars tonight. Nice backdoor play by the Cougars. And a whistle on the inside. Bruckmeyer is fouled and will come to the free throw line.
Foul number 32, Drew Olmsted, his second.
Olmsted picks up his second personal.
33.
Our fans will go home happy tonight. There's a 3-pointer off the mark by Alex Craig. Out of bounds to the Cougars. So Linn-Mar will move to 5-2. Kennedy will drop to 3-3. And the Cougars start 0-2 for January. And that'll do it. The Linn-Mar Lions 59. The Kennedy Cougars 42. We'll be back with the post-game wrap-up from Linn-Mar after this.
Have it here or have it there. Happy Joe's is made to share. Good times to be together. Happy Joe's. Please, 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 please.
At Happy Joe's, our specialty pizzas have always been our special. Make tonight a special night with one of our famous specialty pizzas from Happy Joe's.
Good times to be together. Happy Joe's.
Get the job done right. Call the A-Team. A-Herb. Ahern Plumbing is the place to call with any problem. No job is too big or small for the A-Team. Ahern can remodel any type of plumbing system, whether you want a new bathroom, kitchen, or new addition, industrial or commercial. Ahern does it all. The A-Team is now offering drain cleaning days and nights at daily service rates.
Call the A-Team. Ahern Plumbing and Heating.
Change the way you live and the world you live in with Mediacom online high-speed internet. Mediacom gives you more choices and faster connections, so you can turn almost any labor into a labor of love. Mediacom online high-speed internet, the speed you need.
Value. Is it simply getting your money's worth, or is there more to it? At Mediacom, we think value is giving you more. More channels, more choices, and a commitment to getting it right with local customer service that's just a phone call away. Value. It's the importance we place on serving you every day. A new vision for a new world from Mediacom.
Your world now.
Rob Brooks back at the Linn-Mar Gymnasium. It was the Lions 59 and the Cougars 42. Linn-Mar goes to 5-2 on the campaign. Let's take a look at the Happy Joe's second half highlights. And Linn-Mar with Jason Bohannon. There's 3 of his 20, and was he a tough customer to guard tonight? But it was Kennedy trying to stay close with a Kiel inside shot, and then Linn-Mar comes right back. Clark Anderson, 2 of his 4. Then the 3-pointers. Kennedy got a couple of going, and Mark Patterson with 3 of his 7. Then on the inside, Andy Kemple. Tough move, 2 of his 6. And then right at the end of the third quarter, Bohannon reins in another 3. And it was Jason Bohannon with 20, Travis Nelson with 14, and also Rob Hanna, an outstanding game with 9 for the Cougars. They were led by Ben Lamach and Ryan Kiel, each with 14. And for Linn-Mar, they shot the ball 47%. And for the Cougars, a tough night, just 30. Mark Nolan's on the court with some of the happy Lions.
With Linn-Mar coach Mark Hutchison, a 17-point win over the Cougars tonight, coming off 2 straight defeats. How'd this team ever lose 2 in a row? You looked awesome tonight.
I'll tell you what, the first loss that we had before the Christmas break was to Waterloo East, and of course they're a very good basketball team, and we had them up on their home floor. We had a shot in that one. We felt like we could have played better, but they're an awfully good team. And Tuesday night, we were over at Jefferson. You know, we lost that one over there, and you know, it was one of those games that the kids felt like they could have had, should have had, and one that we would have liked to, you know, have another minute or two to play. But the guys, you know, they were hungry. They came out. They played extremely hard tonight. Really pleased with a lot of the kids tonight. I thought our big guys down inside really worked tonight, and that was a big difference in the game.
No doubt about that. You must feel blessed this season. You've got depth and balance.
It is nice having that, you know, and we haven't always had I haven't always had the depth, for one thing. The other thing is we haven't always had the size inside, and so it's been nice to work with a couple big guys this year. But I do feel blessed. We got a bunch of good kids here, and it's not just, you know, their basketball abilities. They're good kids.
20-some on the roster. It's almost like you could field 2 full varsity teams.
We've got guys that are not dressing because we only dress 15 that could be right out there in the mix. We do have a lot of depth. We've got 2 classes back-to-back, our junior and senior classes, that both are very talented and have put together a lot of wins.
What's down the road for this team?
Well, I think we got Prairie on Tuesday, and that's only because that's what the guys told me in the locker room. Very honestly, I look at one game at a time, and, you know, we've got a scouting schedule set up for, you know, getting looks at other people. But I know we've got Prairie on Tuesday, and we're going to start to work on them, you know, when I get home tonight.
Coach, I think this team's going places this season. Thanks very much. Nice win tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's talk to the players now. Travis Nelson, a big game tonight, and as your coach said, your post players worked very hard in the paint. I asked you if you played anything but zone. You said, yeah, we switched up a lot. I thought it was all zone, and you really baffled the Cougars tonight with that zone.
Yeah, we really played tough in the zone. Everybody was getting their hands up and talking, and everybody was just helping on defense.
You're big, but you've got some big teammates in there to help. Talk about how that makes it easier for the rest of the players.
Well, Andy Kemple and Jay Hake and Clark Anderson, they really talk on the defense, and they're all pretty wide, so it really helps me in the middle when they're blocking out other guys.
You guys look like you're having fun out there this season. Is that right?
Yeah, we're having lots of fun.
Well, nice game tonight, and keep up the good work. Hope to see you in Des Moines at the end of the season.
Thanks. You'll see us.
Jason Bohannon, excellent effort tonight, led your team in scoring. Just a sophomore. How's it feel to have that leadership role on your shoulders?
It's a lot of fun. It's just trying to help out the other teammates and stuff. It's sometimes hard for them to listen, but I try and give as much talk as I can to them.
A lot of other leaders on this team. You're doing a fine job. Really, your jump shot tonight was almost unstoppable. How much time do you spend shooting on a daily basis to drain with that much accuracy?
I try and shoot as much as I can. After practice, I try and stay after, and before practice, I try and get here early, and then on weekends, I try and shoot as much as I can, and just try and get as many shots up as I can.
You know, the problem with this team is there is only one basketball, and you got a lot of players that can score. And how do you treat each other in that regard? You know, doesn't look like it's a selfish team at all. You really distributed, but really there are a tremendous amount of talent in this team.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent on this team. Everybody's really unselfish, and we all try and work and get the other people open on the team. And it's just so much fun to play with these guys.
How frustrated were you after those 2 losses and now to come back and win?
Very frustrated. Going out of break on East, losing by 3 up there, that was a tough loss. And then coming back from break and losing to Jeff, that was just a heartbreaker. And thinking that we could have or even should have, like Coach said, and it was just a really tough loss losing to Jeff.
You're back on track. Big 17-point victory tonight, and then we'll see a lot more of you in the coming years here in the Metro. Just a sophomore, Jason Bohannon. For Rob Brooks, I'm Mark Nolan saying goodbye from Linn-Mar after the boy-girl doubleheader. Tune in again next week for more Metro basketball here on Mediacom.
Your first alert forecast, partly cloudy and cool conditions, a low ultimately 26 to 32 for most. Southeasterly winds 5 to 10. There could be a pocket a little bit chillier than that. Partly sunny tomorrow, southerly winds a high 46 to 52. But late in the afternoon, some showers could be coming our way. And then there's a fair chance tomorrow night for rain, possibly a little snow, a low between 25 and 30 degrees. This is not going to be an accumulating snow. It'll just be cold enough to turn the wet to white, you know. Here's our nighttime satellite view showing how most of the cloud cover is to the north. And precipitation, you just cannot find very much here in the great Midwest because the high pressure is very strong indeed. But now here's the thing about this high. It has, of course, the clockwise circulation. The southerly winds coming in on the back side of it, but now that high pressure will be moving east and out of here. What's next on the weather menu is this cold front coming in into the Midwest, and it works against that warm, moisture-laden air, and thus some showers will come right along with that front because this is packed with Canadian air behind it. So here's how Pinpoint Futurecast sees it very definitively. Through the overnight hours, not much. High pressure is still strong. Then we start to gain a few clouds by noon. Then tomorrow afternoon, here comes that front. Mainly rain, a little bit of a mix, and it moves swiftly out of here by midnight for the most part. So we think there could be a little flurry or two early on Thursday and a high of 38 then bouncing back to 45 Friday, 46 Saturday, late Saturday into Sunday. A little wintry mix could come our way due to cold enough temperatures, and then coming back again Monday and Tuesday.
See, March just throws it all at us.
Well,
little rain,
yeah,
little
but
snow.
it's all tempered somewhat.
Exactly.
No big plunges.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Danny.
You bet.
A volunteer drive in Iowa City offers participants a seat at a rock concert. Organizers for the 10,000 Hour Show held this sign-up event today in Iowa City. People who volunteer at least 10 hours with the Johnson County nonprofit group will get a ticket to a concert in May. The group says the only way to see Ben Folds